are going to discuss the question from signals and systems given in GATE 2002 here, relate to the jet transforms. If the impulse response of a discrete time system is h of n equals to minus 5 power n u of minus n minus 1, then the system function h of z is equals to. So here, out of the given options, option B is correct here. Now we'll see the solution. Coming to the solution, so given that h of n equals to minus 5 power n u of minus n minus 1. Now find the jet transform here. That is, we know that h of z, the transfer function, the system function h of z is nothing but that is the jet transform of h of n only. So apply the jet transform for this. So this is equals to summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity h of n into z power minus n. This is equals to summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity h of n is nothing but minus 5 power n u of minus n minus 1 z power minus n. So here u of minus n minus 1 is nothing but that is 1 for n less than or equals to minus 1. So how will get this one? This is equals to minus n minus 1 less than or equals minus n minus 1 greater than 0, greater than or equals to 0, nothing but minus n greater than or equals to 1, nothing but n less than or equals to minus 1. Like that we will get that. So substitute here. So by substituting here, we will get summation n equals to minus infinity to minus 1 minus 5 power n u into z power minus n. So by writing this as a summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity, taking the minus out, this is 5 z power minus 1 whole power n. So by replacing n with minus m, then we'll get summation m equals to so see here we'll get this as minus infinity to minus 1, minus infinity to minus 1. So for n equals to minus infinity, the limit becomes infinity. For n equals to minus 1, the m becomes 1 here. So this is minus of 5 z power minus 1, this becomes whole power minus m. Then this is equals to minus summation, we can write the summation from 1 to infinity or infinity to 1. So minus m equals to 1 to infinity 5 z power minus 1 whole power minus m here. So here we got the h of z finally, we got the h of z finally equals to minus summation m equals to 1 to infinity 5 z power minus 1 whole power minus m we got here. So always we need the limits from minus infinity to 0 to infinity. So by including the 0 here, we need to add 1 here. So this becomes 1 minus summation m equals to 0 to infinity 5 z power minus 1 whole power minus m. So this is equals to 1 minus summation m equals to 0 to infinity, this is 5 for minus 1 z whole power m. So we know that here summation n equals to 0 to infinity a power n is always equals to, this is infinite geometric progression, then it is equals to 1 by 1 minus a for mod a less than 1. So by using this condition, here in place of a we have z by 5, that is 5 power minus 1 into z is nothing but z by 5. So by substituting that, we'll get this as 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 5 power minus 1 into z. So this is 1 minus 1 by 1 minus z by 5. So this is equals to z by z minus 5. For the condition is z by 5 mod z by 5 must be less than 1, that is equals to mod z less than 5. So the z transform of the given h of n is equals to, that is h of z equals to z by z minus 5, and we need to decide whether the given h of n is stable or not. So in order to decide the stability, we know that for discrete time systems given the impulse function, the stability is obtained by using the condition. We have the stability condition in terms of impulse response of the discrete time system, that is summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity mod h of n must be less than infinity. So using this condition, summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity, we have h of n equals to minus 5 power n u of minus n minus 1. So by simplifying this, we will get this as summation n equals to minus infinity to minus 1. This is, we'll get it as minus 5 power n. So replacing n with minus m, we'll get this as summation n equals to infinity to 1. This becomes minus 5 power minus m. So taking the minus out, summation n equals to, we can write it as 1 to infinity, and this is 1 by 5 whole power m. So we can write this as summation n equals to 0 to infinity, same as the previous one. This becomes 1 minus n equals to 0 to infinity 1 by 5 whole power n. So we know that this is 1 minus, this is nothing but 1 by 1 minus a, infinite geometric progression. So a value is also less than 1, mod a is less than 1 here, so we can apply this one. So this is equals to 1 minus, this is 1 by, this is 4, 5 minus 1 4, this becomes 5 here. So this becomes minus 1 by 4, this is less than infinity only. Then we can decide that this condition is satisfied here. Then we can say the system is stable. So we have the z transform z by z minus 5 and the system is stable. Then we decide the answer. The z transform h of z, the system function is z by z minus 5 and the system is stable.